No whistles in the first 6 minutes of that hockey game. Here's Krebs to the net and a save by Swayman. Rebound, Tuch barreling towards the net. They say it never crossed the line. And move the pile towards the goal line.
Well, Tage Thompson drags two towards him, and that leaves Krebs wide open on the little backhand. And you can see Swayman maybe lost sight of the first one, but he gets the right pad in while the puck was loose. Shot, save, battle, nets off the moorings. Referee says no goal. Good second and third effort right there by the goaltender.
Face-off win for Buffalo, and it's Bowen Byram to the net. That one was handled. Bowen Byram's got goals
out of the home team and the home crowd, because a goal was scored right after that by Buffalo.
There's Noah Ostlund, who had a great playoff debut, dropped off the big blast from a Boston guy in his playoff debut as Jeannot bumped down, able to keep control of that puck. Harris maneuvers it over, and now it's David Pastrnak with a shot off the tip of the glove of Alex Lyon. Lane sends it over to Malenstein. That puck loose, and Lindholm got upended on a diving play from Kozak. Crowd doesn't like it. Bruins will take over in their own zone.
Yeah, with that direct play, even by Pastrnak, McAvoy, get the pucks towards the net. No deferring for the Boston Bruins.
Quinn, drag, shoots, save made. Swayman dropped it down initially, then covers up for the whistle.
They did it all in Game 3.
But therein lies a story for the Boston Bruins, Panger. You want your fourth line to be their best. You don't want your fourth line to be your best.
Herrick cheating like crazy to get out of that zone. That long stretch pass.
Fraser Minten turned the puck over. Alex Tuch for Krebs, and he scores! A turnover winds up immediately in the back of the Boston net. Hayden Krebs makes it 1-0 Buffalo here in Game 4.
Forwards obviously to hold up and cause a little disturbance against the forecheck of the Buffalo Sabres, but it's turned over just inside the blue line. Tage Thompson, some heat on Fraser Minten, and then it looked like Tuch was going to shoot the puck, and he, Magic Johnson-like, goes the other way. And this is just a beautiful shot by Krebs. Beautiful shot from our AT&T connected cam, a little wrister. High.
And then a collision at center ice between McAvoy and Doan. Doan is slow to get up as Dahlin hits the brakes, takes a shot. Rebound up in the air. Benson knocked down. There's a penalty against the Bruins and Tanner Jeannot. Moves higher in the zone. Benson, goal line. Doan between his legs, and it rolled on him. Not cleared, though. Byram for McLeod. Arvidsson coming out of the box. McLeod scored! It's Doan who gets the goal, and it's Buffalo with the 2-0 lead.
What a response from Josh Doan. That's a couple of turnovers now by the Boston Bruins, and both of them have ended up in the back of their net. So Doan tries between his legs. Lindholm's got that puck on his stick with time. He lacks composure trying to flip it out at a standstill position. He flutters it, and the puck gets kept in, and there's the goal. I mean, that puck has got to be out of the zone. Great stick.
And so Buffalo, who hadn't scored a first period goal all series, now has two in the first 7.5 minutes of this hockey game. Peak to the net, and Alex Lyon will purposefully put that one up over the glass. Both teams take the opportunity to make some changes here, approaching the halfway point of the first period of Game 4 with the shots 10-2 in Buffalo's favor. Here's Benson, looking, backhand, scores! Benson takes it to the net, pushes it through Swayman, and it's a 3-goal first period for Buffalo.
Doan on the forecheck, swipes the puck from Harris right there, and then Benson comes in. First man in, second man supports, and then Benson goes forehand, backhand. There was a little argument there with the goaltender. Was it kicked in? Was his pads pushed? The shot, the save, and then the puck trickles underneath.
Well, right now, it's just a timeout for the Boston Bruins. We'll have some extra time, but this is Marco Sturm more than talking to his team than looking for a challenge here.
This would be a good goal. Oh, it's been an onslaught. Buffalo deserves all the credit in the world.
Another turnover. Here's a chance for power. Glove down by Swayman. Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, but Lindy was the first one to say that there's no chance he's going up against Jarmo and your husband, Emmett. They're too good for him. They're too good for the old guy, he said.
Pastrnak getting a chance on the short side, shut off by Alex Lyon.
Yeah, they had enough and they took ownership of it. That's why I say it. They deserve all the credit in the world.
Here's a steal. Benson. Ostlund. Benson. No! Swayman with a showstopper that keeps the Sabres. Take another look. Benson, the open net, and Swayman got the skate to the post.
On power a few minutes ago, how can a guy be down 3-0 and be the best player of the period?
Had the whole period in his end so far. Here's Power. Steps, plays it across. Byram's got an open net, and he scores!
Is there some interference?
The goaltender was knocked down, but the referee saw the whole thing. He was saying, good goal.
How about the dot-to-dot passing? Face-off looked like it was won by Boston, but the Buffalo Sabres got in on the hunt. Quinn, he wins his battle. Fake shot over to the side, and obviously Swayman in front of the net, focused on him.
Tied up with his own guy.
I tell you what, his pad, I think, got tangled up in his own guy's skate.
And the second time in the series already that Buffalo has exploded for 4 goals in a period. Of course, that's how they won game 1. Haven't been able to get anywhere offensively as Timmins fires one right into Swayman, who has now seen a puck on his net for 17 different times.
Right there for anybody to have a conversation with.
Logan Stanley, it's blocked. Fraser Minten with a break to the net. Lyon pressed into action, and he makes a couple of saves on Fraser Minten.
What a save. Logan Stanley's at the blue line right there. Tries to play it back to the middle of the ice. Fraser Minten stays with him, blocks it, goes in on the breakaway. And Alex Lyon, keep in mind, as we take another look at it, Lyon gets wide feet, and it looks like there's a lot of room.
There are a lot of Sabre fans in the building. Here's Greenway to the front for Kozak as he was falling, got a heavy shot away. 2 minutes remaining here in the opening period. Tage Thompson saunters in, rips one wide on the blocker side. Power turned it over. Here's Middlestep. Racing in, hits the brakes, hits Zacha with a pass. Lyon springs it away from the net. Victor Arvidsson, guy who had 25 in the regular season, not available here for the moment for Marco Sturm as Zadorov's shot got through. It's gloved by Lyon. Janova skating through center. There's another guy with a long reach, and Stanley was able to get a piece of that puck. Now it's Hampus Lindholm. His shot riding up off the collarbone of Lyon. McAvoy trying to force that one to the front. Jordan Greenway, one hand to the long, and then Middlestep with the hit as he was met by Hampus Lindholm. Those two re-engage. Zacha off the post! Michael's pass redirected, gloved down by Geekie. And then Reichel off the bench comes Middlestep, puck right to him. Finds Zadorov. Zadorov's backhand saved by Lyon. Got themselves a 2-1 series lead and a 4-0 lead in game 4. Middlestep has a little bit of space, takes a shot off the shaft of the stick. Sister did have to take what was a boat. It wasn't a rowboat. There was no rowing involved.
The original story sounded like he was on a little 2-seater rowboat, a little wooden one. He said he was a 16-foot.
Yep. That one tipped in by Melenstein. Add goal number 5 to the Sabres tally. They've scored 8 consecutive goals in this series.
Making a hit, and he goes to the front of the net. He hunts the puck down on the hash marks. Greenway separates Aspro from the puck, and then you see that Melenstein gets to the front of the net after Greenway did the work on the half boards. Then he just fires it to the net, and that's a nice little redirection right there. It's down low. It's a little chop play.
Talked about it from an offensive perspective, about the Bruins' best players needing to be their best players, but that goes to the top pair of Aspro and McAvoy as well. They score! Alex Tuch! Count it! Make it 6 for the Sabres!
Well, they want to put a dagger in here. They want to leave no doubt whatsoever. It's like going to the net, getting a tip in. Here we've got a little cross-ice play right there. First pressure in, second man comes in. As soon as that pass was made over to the far side, Krebs goes right in there, and that was on Harris, the defenseman playing in his first game here, and bang, you go right to the net and good things happen. Little jam play, strong stick. Tuch was firm with it. Gets by 2 Boston Bruins.
Boston lead in game 3. Wound up being a 1-1 game very shortly after that. And Buffalo has scored 9 consecutive goals as Lyon makes another save in this series since that point.
32 minutes, we weren't even involved.
Yep.
I mean, what a poor way of starting a playoff game. But again, they're a wild card team.
Oh, they scored.
Faber just got one off against them. Yep.
Lyon made the initial blocker save.
Listen to the crowd.
And Sean Corrali for Buffalo here on Boston ice. The Sabres win both games in Boston, and they're coming home on Tuesday with a chance to close out the series.